Hey everyone, Southie here. Just wanted to follow on from my last video talking about crazy delusional supercar fans and what they think SVG is going to achieve. I want to talk about other guys, Australians, running in NASCAR to put a bit of perspective on things. Let's go back to Marcus Ambrose, who was another brilliant driver, one of the best Australia ever had in tin top racing. He raced for 7 years, 7 seasons in Cup. Incredible achievement. He won two races in Cup in 7 seasons. 2. It's hard to win in Cup. Okay? It's hard. So, other guys, I think Broder Kostecki's someone who, see, Shane's been embraced by NASCAR. They love him. He's taking in the history like Shane did, like Marcus did. Marcus injected himself into the sport, became a student of the history of the sport, and they loved him. And Shane's doing the same thing. Probably not to the extent that Marcus did, but because he's a lot younger and doesn't know a lot of the things that went on, they like him. Cam Waters, when he went over, he was very well received at Keselowski's team. They liked him a lot, and he really embraced everything. He embraced the driving style. He even had a go at left foot braking while he was racing the car, because he wanted to learn. He wanted to embrace the NASCAR thing and how they go about things. So he really took it on. The other guy, I'll give you a heads up. The other guy, Will Brown. I raced at a high level, Brown. He won't go back to RCR. That's just telling you. He won't get another opportunity at RCR. You can't be someone who's won 6 or 7 races, whatever it is, in his career, go to an organisation that's won as many championships as RCR has, won as many races as RCR has, and tell them you want to be the guy to come over and teach them about winning and how to win. That shit doesn't fly. He has 7 wins or 6 wins or whatever it is. And he thinks in his head, will I race at a high level, Brown thinks, believes, and said it out loud that he wants to be the guy that comes over and teaches RCR how to win. Come on. If you guys, his supercar fans and Will Brown fans, can't see the problem with that, then you're never going to be educated. You're never going to want to learn about NASCAR. You're only watching it because you think that the supercar driver is going to go over there and dominate and beat everybody, which they're not, and they haven't, and they won't. Oval track racing, stock car racing, is its own animal. It's a different thing. There's so much has been said that you guys don't understand about these cars. Like the comparison that keeps coming out saying that the new Cup car, the next gen car, is very similar to the current supercar. They're not. They've got a couple of similarities. The chassis are completely different. Completely different. They've got a transaxle. They've got a single nut for the wheels. And they've got rack and pinion steering. And they've got, what's the name shift? Yeah, can't think of it. But apart from that, they're very different cars, completely different. Supercars actually gone backwards in technology. I don't know whether a lot of people understand that. The last car that you guys had in Supercar had ground effect, which is what the current Cup car has. You took that away and you went backwards and put that ridiculous looking wing on the back of the current supercar and that stupid front splitter to get your downforce when you had an undertray with ground effect in your last car. I don't know why you want to go backwards in technology. You know, it's just... whoever runs supercars never had an original idea in their life. They watch other things, and it seems to me they watch a lot of NASCAR because they want to copy everything NASCAR does. You know, so that, you know, some of you fans say, I see on posts where you say that NASCAR copied the supercar car. Go and have a look at some dates of when NASCAR built their first next-gen car. I think you'll get a shock. The NASCAR next-gen car was way before the current supercar. And the current supercar is way behind in technology to the next-gen NASCAR. Way behind. So, just try and see it from both sides. Try and have a more broader view of what's going on, and try and learn about the history of the sport, and don't just project everything that supercar tell you and feed you about what it is and how good they are, and project that over to NASCAR. Like, supercar drivers are the best drivers in the world. They're not. Supercar drivers are going to go over and, you know, beat all the NASCAR drivers. They're going to show them. I see these comments. You can show them. Show the Yanks. Show the Yanks, you know, how good you are. Show the Yanks how. Teach the Yanks how to drive. Go down south in America, where most of the NASCAR stuff is on the southeast of America, and start calling those guys Yanks. See how you go. You don't even know what a Yank is. So, yeah, your comments that I see on social media are just bizarre. You're saying all these things about Shane kicking their asses when he hasn't won a race at all in Cup this year. Nothing. So, when he starts kicking their asses... I remember a great comment from Marcus Ambrose years ago. He came second in one of his first road course races in the Cup Series to Tony Stewart. And after the race, one of the interviewers, same as what's going on now, said, "What's it like to be the best driver, road course racer in the NASCAR Cup Series?" And he said, "How can I be the best? I haven't beaten the best. You've got to beat the best to be the best." That applies to Shane too. He's got to beat them to be the best. And apart from that, the other race in Chicago a year ago, which had some circumstances, he hasn't beaten the best. Cheers.